Hi everybody, it's Anna, and I am here now because I obviously graduated from boot camp already. My last video was on September 30 or September 20 something, right before I left to boot camp. So now today is February 16th, I believe. So it's been a few months since I graduated boot camp. It's been 3 months since I graduated boot camp. Right now I'm here in Pensacola. My rate is PR, so I'm a parachute rigger, and I'm waiting to start a school. So I'm here because I want to help you guys out, answer any questions that you guys have, and yeah, I want to give you the most information that I can. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the most common questions I always get from everybody, and like when people ask me stuff, how was boot camp? How was boot camp? Boot camp was, how can I say this? It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't the best either. It's something that you get used to. So if you're shipping off soon, I would say start getting in the habit of waking up early, because we were waking up at 05 every morning for 2 months straight. So waking up at 05 and you have to go to bed at 10. So you're not getting the most sleep in the world. You're barely getting 8 hours. By 6 in the morning, you have to be on the tow line. So make sure you get in the habit of sleeping. I think that was the hardest habit for me that I had to overcome. Like another thing is also, get used to working a lot in teams. One thing I went in wrong in the Navy, I was always me. Going into the Navy now, it's one, like what we always say is one team, one fight. So it's all about being a team and teamwork, because even if I mess up, we're all paying for it. So get into the habit of working with people, even if you're an independent person like I was. I'm a little bit older. I'm 23, about to be 24. So I was in a room full of 18-year-olds, fresh out of high school. I went to college already. I did all that stuff. So it was an adjustment for me to have to come like, oh my God, I have to listen to this 18-year-old telling me what to do, this RPOC who's 18 years old telling me what to do or whatever. Like, no, it's all about the teamwork at the end of the day. So another question I get often is, do you have to cut your hair? Yes, you do have to cut your hair. I cut my hair before, so this is what I did. I cut my hair before I left, so that way I cut it right to the length, and which was fine. It's can't be like past your collar. So like right now my hair is tied up, but just measure like it can't be past like this area right here. So I'm pretty sure you couldn't see. So like right now my hair is too long. Like even though to me it's short, like right now my hair is too long, because see when I put it down, it's way past. And this is after 3 months of boot camp. After 3 months after boot camp. So pretty much it's like you do have to cut your hair. Make sure you cut that right length, and you will get more cuts during boot camp. You're gonna get about 4 more haircuts in boot camp. I think every 2 weeks you get a haircut. So what I did, I braided my hair. I got one of the girls to braid my hair. I never braid my hair. I've never had my hair braided before. And so I braided my hair, and that when they were doing haircuts, my hair was in braids. So I never got a haircut when I was in boot camp, which is pretty cool, because it hurt me to cut my hair. But so yeah, that's a very important question that I know I had a million questions when it came to that. Another question I get often is like, what's your day like? Oh my God, my day is literally waking up at 0600, 0500, being on the toilet at 6, learning how to fold. It's big thing I'm gonna say right now. Make sure you pay attention to detail. Okay, pay attention to detail. Like, you're gonna be folding, you're gonna be doing all these things that you have to pay attention to. You're gonna get hit, you're gonna get inspections, you're gonna get all that stuff. So it's all those little things that count. Making sure you pay attention to detail and all those things. So our day was like, we will do practice for inspections, drill. You're gonna drill. You're gonna march. So those of you guys who are going to boot camp now, it sucks to be you guys. All right, like in the wintertime, because it's freezing in Chicago. It's freezing in Chicago. But because when I went in, it was I left on November, so it was already cold like in November. So imagine like how all this snow and stuff like that. But anyway, back to this. Make sure you pay a lot of attention to detail, because our day consisted of waking up, inspections, folding, learning how to vault. And then we would go to these annoying, boring classes for like 3 hours. You were trying to fall asleep, but you can't fall asleep because then they make you stand up. And then you have days that you'll PT like 3 days out of the week. You'll do like in-house PT or like at the gym PT. Freedom Hall is the gym. Every time I walked by that gym, I felt like it took lives and dreams because so many people, like, people who get to fail the PFA, it's all in Freedom Hall, and it's like that gym is like, oh gosh, annoying. But anyway, so yeah, that was pretty much our day, just classes. And like I always remember like around 6 or 7, after chow, all we would do is like practice for inspections, and pretty much all about staying positive. If you don't have no self motivation, no self positivity, you're not gonna make it. Because I cried. I cried a lot. You know, well, I didn't cry because it was hard. I cried because I missed my friends and I missed my family, and I didn't have access to my phone or anything. So it's like, oh my god, like my phone, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook, my friends, blah 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 blah. So that was huge for me. But it's all worth it. Like I felt like the turning point to make it positive was when we start practicing for drills. I was like, oh my god, like we're practicing for graduation. Like that's what I took, and that was my positivity. That's what kept me motivated because it's so easy to lose motivation there. Because these RDCs, which are your recruit division commanders, they're gonna bring you down. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna yell at you. They're gonna make you feel like crap. I almost cried one time. I almost cried. They like that's what they're there for. They're trying to make you strong. Get out of that shelter that you have, like that civilian mentality that we have. And so you just gotta be strong. And so once we started practicing for drills, like that was my motivation. Like, okay, we're gonna ace this drill inspection because this is how we're gonna do it at graduation. So it was like for 4 weeks, I kind of practiced for graduation. So it was, and then when graduation time came, we already knew what we were doing. So it was pretty cool. So yeah, make sure that you just have a lot of self motivation. Your days are gonna be long, but they're gonna go fast. You're gonna have really. I never understood it when people told me that, like, you're gonna have long days, but they're gonna go by fast. But it's because you're constantly doing something. You can picture it like this. Oh shit, we wake up at 5 and we go to sleep at 10. That's a long ass day, But you're gonna be constantly doing so much that you won't even see it. You'll eat 3 times a day. You'll always be doing something. So it's pretty cool. Um, Another question I get a lot is, how do I get advanced while I'm in boot camp? All right, I came in as an E3, so I couldn't even get advanced or anything. But I am gonna say, like, our A-Rock, she went in as an E1, and she got skipped all the way in E3 in 2 months. How did she do that? One, she passed her DEP exam and her first PFA. So if you are good at your first PFA and you pass it, and then you pass your DEP exam as well, you automatically get bumped up to E2. So you're talking about maybe like 9 months or like 6 months or whatever of time that you skipped just by doing that. All right, so just focus on that. It really, really does help out, because at least you'll have some type of like ranking or something when you graduate boot camp. And then how do you go from E2 to E3? Besides that, or E1 to an E2, besides the DEP exam or whatever. So another way that you can do it is by getting a job. In boot camp, you can get a job. I got a job. I was a section leader, but that was because I was appointed a section leader. Didn't really want to be a section leader, but that's just because I paid a lot of attention to detail. But anyway, so different jobs. You can be RPOC, so you're gonna be like the division leader. You gotta learn cadence. Not cadence. You gotta learn like calls, and you gotta know how to use like the sword things. Not even the sword, but whatever the thing. You have to pretty much be on top of your game. You gotta be number one. You gotta be able to control 86 people that you're gonna be with. Then you have A-Rock, the person who sings cadence, left, right, left, right. Every time you're marching, that's pretty much all that A-Rock does. And then you have, like, again, section leaders, people who are always making sure that everything is on point. And then you have, like, little other jobs, like head PO, which is the bathroom PO, making sure you're clean and the bathrooms are clean and all that stuff. And you have laundry PO, making sure that all the laundry is taken care of. You have all these little jobs that can easily bump you from E1 to E2 or E2 to E3. And if you can do it, absolutely go for it. So anyway, my video is getting kind of long. It's about to be 10 minutes. So if you want, You can leave me a question. If you have any questions, just let me know. I will gladly answer them for you. I'll try to upload a video whenever I can next time. All right? Have a good day.